Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
You know what I'm gonna do, man? I just have to. I think I'm gonna shut my blinds, dude. And I know we're live, but I just feel like I'm kind of getting blasted here.
Got some backlighting going on.
You know what I mean? Yeah, some side lighting or something. I mean, how's that? I mean, is it no?
That's
All right.
that's better like that. Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Well,
Cool. Well, welcome everyone. Live stream once again. Animation Mentor live stream with myself, Mars, and my buddy Tim here. We have a very special guest today, and if this is your first time joining, we are Animation Mentor. This is an online animation school specializing in 3D character animation, game animation,
yeah,
and
our newest
more.
one.
Yeah, so we'll be talking a little bit about that. But who are you?
I'm me.
Who are you? Who are you?
Well, I'm Tim, right? You know, we know that. Did you know that we've been around since 2005?
2005, 19 years. Can you believe that? I've been around since 2005.
I mean, that's crazy, though. The very first online animation school in the world, dare I say, the universe?
In the universe. I think so.
I think I'm pretty accurate with that statement, by the way. So, where are you guys checking in from? If you're joining us, hop on it. We're not going to be on Instagram today. That
Right.
much we do know. All the other platforms are going to be there on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. X will be on there as well. But myself, I'm checking in from Arkansas, of all places, formerly California, now moved to Arkansas. Mars, where are you hanging out at?
I'm in Northeast Ohio, where we just had the Northern Lights here. It was pretty
The pictures
fantastic.
were great.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
They're
Yeah.
beautiful.
Just outside of Cleveland.
We got Sleepy checking in from Detroit. We got John B checking in from Idaho. Manitoba. Hey, yeah, we know Manitoba.
We sure do.
Checking in from his Wi-Fi tower he built out there. Right?
Totally.
Nice, man.
Got a lot of folks showing up from
That's
YouTube
cool.
right now, which is great.
Very cool.
But as I mentioned, we've got a very special guest.
We do.
Who's got a very familiar name. Tim, you want to tell us a little bit about who we've got today?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. This guy, he's got decades of animation experience under his belt. I mean, a lot. This guy's worked on Little Mermaid, How to Train Your Dragon, Kung Fu Panda. Most recently on a short, Mushka, with Androstasia, which was great. It was debuted at CTN this past year. God, he's done everything. Enchanted, and like I said, Little Mermaid. I mean, the list goes on. I mean, it's like if we were to try to put it on the screen from his IMDb, it would not fit. Right? He's one of our mentors here at Animation Mentor. He's an unbelievable person, man. We love him to death. Tim Ingersoll is who we've got joining us today, you guys.
So let's welcome him in.
Let's do it.
Virtual claps, please.
Oh my God! He's got hey, when I said decades, I said decades.
You were not lying.
Holy
not lying.
He's actually only 26 years old, but that's what keyframing will do to you.
Timothy couldn't be here today, so I'm his great grandfather. I worked on Steamboat Willie. You know the Nanos, man?
Steamboat Willie.
They don't talk about me, but Steamboat Willie, I did the steam. I was made of steam. All right.
Well, look at that. What a transformation.
Whoa. That is
Matt. You can have with that guy.
I'll tell you what, boy, I didn't know he was going to wear that, but when I threw in the decades part, and holy smokes, it really paid off.
We set you up.
We did, big time, man. Yeah. Sleepy story, and there are two Tims.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than that. You know what I mean? If my son was here, we'd add a third Tim to the mix.
Oh, let me switch cameras real quick. I think I'm in a bad camera, right? Let me see. Video.
Hey, that's classic Tim. Flip it.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
Flip it. Now everybody everybody all at once. Give me one big squint. That's how we're gonna finish this live today, is with a group squint.
Right. I'll be sure. I'm going to get my. I'm going to make sure I take a picture. So I'll get
Yeah,
that.
I think
I'm
that'd
going to
be
get.
great.
I'm going to get that ready. Yeah, I got to get that ready.
Man, we appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us, Tim. I know that you're a pretty busy dude, man. So
We
we
did.
got a lot of stuff going on today. What do you think, Mars?
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on today. And I just want to invite our viewers to, ask questions.
Yeah.
We've got Tim here. He has tons of experience, as we mentioned. And, if you've got questions about the school, about the animation industry, things like that,
Yeah.
feel free to ask in the comments. We'll try to get to every single question that we can. But this stream is for you, that you're our viewers here. So you guys, this is an opportunity for you to find out more about what Animation Mentor is all about. Yes, and we are all representing today.
And I'll tell you what,
Right,
if
we
you
are
could do us a favor, and if you guys do have questions, we can't really go too much into the hardcore technical side of things, right? And going into diving deep into the Maya realm to kind of ask a lot of those tech stuff. We do have Cameron Pratt in the background handling a lot of questions, so he's not on camera, but he's on the background just handling issues and things like that for us. So, but yeah, we are here, and Tim is here to answer questions about all the look. There he is, right there, Cam. I'm here to help. Thank you, Cam.
Well, I've got a couple questions just to get us started, so we can get to know you a little bit more. How long you been teaching here at Animation Mentor now?
Yeah.
Lucky number 7, I believe. Yeah, 7 years.
Nice.
I'm absolutely loving it. So many of my friends work here. A lot of DreamWorks, Disney people that I've known for a million years. I'm not quite as old as that guy that came on before me. But yeah, I completely I feel honored and blessed to be at Animation Mentor. I did work at a lot of brick and mortar schools, Woodbury, Noman in Hollywood,
Okay.
CSUN, Cal State Northridge. And I worked at maybe not a competing school, because nothing could compete with this school. But I was with another online school for almost a decade, honestly. And then Sean Sexton, one of my best buddies, kind of says, "Hey, there's an opening here," and I'm like, "Why not go for the caviar, the Mercedes?"
Go to the top, yeah.
That's right.
That's brass ring. You know what? There was no regrets, and there's reasons why. Honestly, other than my friends, and it's an awesome school. They get the priorities here are installed. Like, it's really well orchestrated level on how what you learn, the context, and how you build sets. Like, and the other schools, I don't think they offer that. I mean,
Right.
I think everyone has something to offer, but I think Animation Mentor for me, they kind of I had an idea to do this keys, which I'm going to talk about, I guess, depending on the questions we have. And
That'll be cool.
Yeah. Okay.
We're a little choppy right now, a little bit.
Are we?
A little pinch of choppiness. You guys getting it too?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Uh-oh.
I tell you what, though, we did have a pretty good question though from Sleepy Starian that was on there, which is okay. I have a question. So, how do you get motivation to animate? I have so many ideas, but no motivation.
Oh, caffeine. I find lots of
Good call. Yeah.
A deadline will help. I think doing something that an animation that inspires you, because I think find something like if you're a skateboarder, animate somebody skateboarding. I used to play tennis a lot with some of my friends at Animation Mentor, and all of my tests in 2D and 3D were always in tennis, just because I loved it.
Nice.
And it motivated me to do it because I knew how the body moved, the mechanics, and I had a passion for it. So that's a little tip. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like the deadline one too, because having a deadline, you're forced into motivation at that point. Sometimes, what I mean? Sometimes you got to have that. So I think that's like coffee and a deadline. That ain't so bad.
That's one that really gets me going for sure. I mean, for those of you that know, outside of Animation Mentor, I'm also a professional musician, and yeah, sometimes you got to learn those tunes, and and you got a deadline. That'll surely motivate you for sure.
Yeah.
Do you play the keyboards? What do you play there, Mars?
Yeah. Yep. I'm a keyboardist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A damn good one too.
Yeah, we're just
You could play
FYI.
You could whip some noodles. Can you whip
Yeah, I could,
noodles?
I could
Yeah.
probably riff some new.
Oh, he could definitely rip noodle.
Cool. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of chop from you, Tim. Just to let you know, it's still a little bit choppy. So I think it's going to be okay, but it's just
Yeah.
been kind of cutting out a little bit. So just FYI. Cool.
We'll be
Cool.
fine.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. What else, Tim? We got any other questions for
Yeah.
Tim? Tim?
Well, right now, so far, no. But I mean, I know he wants to share some stuff because we know how important things, like posing are to animation, and and like Sleepy was talking about motivation. You have to have that as well. And so, knowing some of the movies that you had worked on in the past and things like that, I think it's going to be cool that we can just do a little section, of that. Did you want to show some of the stuff from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or did you want to
Yeah,
show some Transylvania stuff? What do you think?
I got a couple to show you guys, and
Yeah.
this is why I think Animation Mentor is top notch, because I think when you're learning animation, you can focus on Ocean, you can focus on the 12 principles, you can focus on all of this stuff, and not to say it's not
Yeah.
important, but the
Yeah.
priority, and we do this thing, even class 1, they start having you posing, and it's critical. And I want to show you why, because I do a segment called The Secret of Animation for my students, like the 3rd class in. And I really want to give them, because I think it's overwhelming. You go on even on our school, or not any school, really, it becomes, there's so much information. How do you discern what's important and, in the priority level? And I feel that's why I love Animation Mentor, because they kind of force you to do these poses. And early on, am I still choppy, or am I a little better?
It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's in and out, but it is better than it was earlier. So yeah,
Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what
it's okay.
I got cheap internet.
We're good with dealing with adversity here.
Okay, so let me share with you my screen. I'm going to show you a couple clips. One of the Mutant Ninja Turtles. The reason why I show you these, because I want to show you how you can study the principles without strong pose. Have nothing, and that's what I love. So let me just share you the first one here. I do a segment, that's called Key and the Keys, and that's what I break down these little films. You guys see this okay? Did I go through?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No?
I don't have anything just yet.
Might be pulling from a different. Well,
You can see it? No?
Oh,
Not
there we
yet.
go. There we go. We got something now. Give me a second, and I can pull it in.
yeah, because Mars has to jump. Oh, okay. Hey.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Looks great. Looks great. Such a good movie too, man.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So let me just play it through. Hopefully it'll play kind of its
Cool.
speed.
Might have to buffer for a
There's
second.
a lot of principles, and space is a huge principle. No, okay. I'm going frame by frame right now. Is it still not? You guys see it frame by
It's-
frame?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I mean, you can see the frame by frame, but your voice in it is choppy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Looks,
Dang. I don't know what should I do.
Well,
I'm not on
well, that's
Wi-Fi,
okay.
but I'm
I mean,
plugged
that
in
kind
here.
of, yeah, that kind of stuff happens. I mean, if this part doesn't work for us, we could always kind of revert back to, answering some questions that folks have as well. If this part, what I mean, because there's a lot of moving parts, and Mars is having to, do some stuff on the back end there too. So that happens from time to time. So we've tried to run some video for, yeah.
Should I
let's
try
try-
one more
let's
video?
try-
Let me
Sure. I think so. We could try one more, see how it
one
works
more
with
video,
you.
and then
Okay.
okay.
And you know what I could do? We can try too. Is I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
There
on
we
my
go.
side, so
You
I
could
can
frame
try
by
and
frame it.
I can try and share the video as well.
Sure. Okay. What's the other one be better? Maybe Hotel Transylvania. Higher screen. Select. I'm trying to share the image of Spider-Man. It's not going through. I don't
Oh,
think,
the
huh?
pose?
Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
got
pose.
something
Britt,
else
it
to do
is live, by the way.
I have it up there.
Okay, I think I
don't know.
got. Oh,
Stop.
I think you
see
had
it
the
now?
post.
No?
Yep. If you leave
That
it right
it?
there, I think I can bring it in.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody can see Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yep.
I want to
Yep.
ask you guys a question. I want you guys to all look at this pose, which is pretty dynamic and pretty cool, but I want you to squint. All right? I want you to squint and tell me what's wrong with this pose. What could be better? What do you think? Anybody?
Yeah.
You got any
I mean,
answers?
I kind of look at it. It's an iconic pose, without a doubt.
True.
I kind
True.
of look at it and think maybe if it was rotated a little bit, maybe I could see a little bit, like the foot. It looks a little different over there. And then you can see Art Onion answered on there. He had one on there. Some foreshortening problems, ? Right? He's got that.
Right?
Right. So he's got that on there. Sleepy with the foot placement can be better. Matthew, the left leg looks like an arm. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of different sort of things that people are seeing when they're doing the whole squint. They're right, because if you really kind of start looking at that, you're like, I didn't realize that until maybe Matt said that, and I was like, and he's kind of got a point there. It does have a arm vibe to it, and then you see that hand.
Yeah. If the hand was up higher, we'd have some negative space in there. Here, I'll stop sharing there. But you can see it's almost connected. It almost looks like a chicken. His face it all kind of blends together. Here's the problem with this, you guys, and this is why I bring this up. You can be fooled by really cool dynamic. Cool. That doesn't make it great. You want a nice silhouette. You above it all. Clarity, dynamics, and style. So my point is, if I drew that, which maybe somebody drew, it's easy to be fooled in 3D because the model's there, and you pose it in such a way where it looks pretty cool because everything's on, so to speak. But then when you realize, you're just making pose after pose after pose, and the computer will assimilate, or you will take control of those curves and make a nice animation. But without a doubt, it's the keys that make those strong storytelling poses. And with the Hotel Transylvania, you guys pull that up, you won't even try that, and maybe it won't work.
You want to try it, Mars? Pull that thing up, see if it'll work on your end.
Which one? Sorry.
Transylvania?
I don't have that one queued.
Hang on.
I sent it to you guys, I think. But when I really try to understand, what makes great animation, let's just say good animation, I realize it's not the stretch and squash. It's not the staging so much. It's not the overlap. It's not the anticipation. If you got strong poses and you got good, it's not just boring. You go to the next pose, hold 7 frames, go to the next pose, hold 3 frames, 5 frames. You got to mix it up. Can you pull it up?
Cool. I got this Hotel Transylvania queued up. Let's try it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a cool piece.
Yeah, just go ahead and play it
Awesome.
if you can. Okay. Now.
Oh, yeah, it's playing
this
well.
is awesome. Okay. I love this clip. But if you
It's
go
a
bring
mess
my
back
friend,
there.
you don't have- what's that?
That's a mess back there.
It's a mess bag. But here's the
Yeah, you might be
genius
able to
of that.
scrub through it. Yeah. There we go.
Okay, cool. So you can see the stretch and squash, and there's arcs within these all these frames. It kind of works pretty, but the silhouette is so clean and clear. But what happens next is kind of mind blowing to me, and that's why I learned the priorities and why posing means everything. So yeah, you get stretch and squash, but there's this part where there's absolutely no anticipation. Like right here, there's no arcs. His hand does this really fun. It does an arc here, but then it goes completely out of sync, out of an arc, and comes snaps over. And then
Yeah.
the body mechanics are completely off. There's no anticipation there really. And then you've got this crazy wild pose, some nice animation here for sure. And then here's what's crazy. What he does here, the animator, or she does, is it's like almost frozen on screen. And that's just like a taboo in any animation. But why does it work? Because the pose is killer.
Yeah.
That's several frames right there. Yeah.
I mean, it's like surprised and like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's held for like 40 frames. And another one,
yeah.
when the Wolfman jumps out, like none of his body overlaps. There's no stretch and squash. There's no drag, and there's so many things out of arc. So, but why? Body mechanics. He goes to grab some money out of his wallet, and only the shoulder moves, but there's no rotation in the body. So you look at this, you're like, well, hold on, like none of his face, like it's completely frozen on screen.
Yeah, his ears aren't moving or anything.
Yeah, and see, he's still frozen on screen. So to me, when I looked at this and I thought, okay, what if this works and everything's broken, but at the core, it's those strong storytelling poses that sell it, then all we need to do is have some good timing, and then all the extras are just fluff, stretch and squash, overlap. So if you got your priority order, you can be a better animator. Remember, posing first and timing.
Yeah.
Mars, you're a musician. Are you music, Tim?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well,
I whistle like
music.
no other though.
You got a kazoo?
Kazoo,
yeah.
Kazoo extraordinaire.
But yeah, so that's why I'm enamored with know the priorities. They know how important this is, and that's how you learn. You don't learn everything at once. You learn what's important, the priorities, and then you build on that. So that's what I want to say.
I love that. Well, I love the way that in that wolf, when he was saying that, his eyes were completely like looking at the camera, because you can see his little beady eyes kind of going this way, looking back at us like it's a mess back there, even though his body wasn't moving. That's such a cool movie. Tanvi up there, who actually had a cool little question with regards to Hotel Transylvania. She said, one last question. I animated the famous Macarena dance from the movie Hotel Transylvania with the character. What would you suggest on that to keep it or move it aside? So she's not sharing it, but she just kind of thought that was, interesting. I remember that scene. Oh, yeah.
Macarena,
and then even, yeah.
Certainly.
And then Cameron comes in right at the same time with a question or with an answer for her, which is cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was cool.
It's verbatim. Exactly. That's a great master studies, right? You find something. Stephen King actually used to copy his famous just page by page, and just to see what it feels like to write, and to have that almost what's it called, through the what you're doing. So
Totally.
Yeah.
Animation. Everything's changing, I think, in a good way. Yeah.
Oh, talking about the indie stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Disney. Oh, completely. And with all the streaming services and all of the, there's so much competition, like Netflix, you name it. They need content, and you look at somebody like Tim Burton, right? He didn't fit into the mold of Disney at all. Like, matter of fact, my friend Andreas, Tim was telling you guys that I worked on Mushka, this 2D movie, and he did a story about that. And it's it's just wild because you think of Tim Burton, of course, he's Disney, but so he was an independent filmmaker. And you think about one of the most famous independent filmmakers, probably of our time, is but he became part of the Disney umbrella. So that's pretty profound. So absolutely,
That's awesome.
That is.
I got a question for you. We got a lot of students here, a lot of prospects. We got actually about 130 people watching right now, which is awesome.
Yeah.
For those that are working on their demo reels, what advice do you have for students that are working on their reels to really stand out? What are some of those tips that you could give, to younger students who are looking to break into the industry and, really make their demo reels stand out?
That's a question. Funny, Tim and I were looking at the CTN view, the Creative Talent Network in Burbank, and we were looking at some student reels. One, to me, anybody like that, if you're animators, you should
11
know
Second
that.
Club. Yeah.
And I think there's a street. Yeah. I think we're affiliated with that. I think somehow, maybe.
Yeah, we host
Yep.
it. Yeah, we host it for them.
Regardless, I
Sure.
think it's But what I love about 11 Second Club and seeing demo reels, I think having variety is kind of a good thing to have, because you look at DreamWorks per se, like we got realistic movies like How to Train Your Dragon, and then you got something really stylistic and snappy and zippy like Madagascar. So you got track one end of the spectrum. So it's nice to have a variety, but short, sweet. I think a minute and a half is fine.
Yeah.
Good to know.
When you think about it, you can have your career, you can look at this in a minute and a half, demo reel, maybe 2 minutes. And
Now, let me ask
I
you
would
this,
say
because
one
we're
more
running
thing
out of
about that.
time.
Oh, yeah,
What I was
to
going
get-
to say is, I was going to say, with the reel in mind, and we got the technical stuff going on, it's hurting us a little bit, but with the reel in mind, short and sweet, like you said, would you suggest, somebody that's showing a reel come in hot with their best stuff right up front, or is there a position that is better utilized in a reel? You know what I mean? Some people, I've seen them save their good stuff for the end, and I'm like, man, you've already bored them into not wanting to watch any more of this. Where would you say that their best shot should be positioned within a reel?
At the top. Hit them hard. Yeah. Hit them with your best shot. Yeah. And then maybe the second best fast. But and just have fun. I mean, if it's something novel and unique and you have a reveal at the end of your little animation, it's always better to have like a punchline, if you will. It just makes a statement that I'm not only a good animator doing mechanics, but I have a brain, creative. They're hiring great body. Looking at creativity, like what did you do? Where'd you place the camera? Obviously body mechanics plays a big role in it, but it's also how creative you are with that short little segment you're putting in your demo reel. And you only need about
That was
3
a
or
great
4.
tip right there.
Yeah.
You get hired.
That was a great tip right
So
there, man. And I'll tell you. And I think Pat Benatar said it best when she said, "Hit me with your best shot," and I like that.
Hey, I'm playing that on Saturday with my.
Please do. Yeah. for us old timers, that everybody else is like, I don't know who he's talking about.
Who?
The old Tim was mentioning somebody named Pat. I don't know.
Show us your Pat cassettes, Tim.
Yeah. Let me bring out my 8 tracks, man. Hey, I'll tell you what. You know what? So Tim, if you don't know, Tim, teaches, our animation basics class. If you're trying to master, all of the principles and like he was talking about the art of posing and those come into our school, you're going to learn that stuff, right? So learning Maya, is sort of a big deal. You got to get that stuff first. But if you want to, have a mentor like Tim teach you all of those things and be able to kind of progress through here and work in the industry someday, he teaches for the most part, you teach just about every term with us, Tim, and students absolutely love you. I love watching your e-critiques all the time. I really do. And you're a true ambassador to Animation Mentor with everything that you do. And so, and I mean, I'm not even going to mention the Newlywed Game that I knew you were on years ago. So we'll leave that out of this discussion. It's completely out of, it's not having anything to do with animation, but
we're not going to bring that up.
But right, exactly, right. I somehow slipped into the conversation. But hey, classes are starting, right? We got our summer term that Tim is teaching in the summer term that starts June 20, the week of June 24th. Tim is teaching. So he does, he's got magic, he's got principles,
Right
he's
over
got morals, right? He's got a flaming wallet. Look at that. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. So yeah, there it is. So if you want that, right? And look at Pete Roby checking in late. Pete, by the time you checked in, you're only 33 minutes late. Thanks, man. He's a grad.
He's a grad.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. Thank you so much, Tim. We really appreciate your time and joining us. It was a ton of fun. I know our viewers, picked up some great tips from you. Aside from the slight technical issues, we wish you could have played that video a little bit clearer, but still super, super helpful to see that and break that Hotel Transylvania shot down. So thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
And like Tim said, Tim Evett said, if it all starts with the 12 principles of animation.
Yeah.
If you want to, start learning animation, you got to start there. You build a really strong foundation, and you get to learn with a professional like Tim. So
that Tim,
that Tim, that one.
Because I'm, if you want to learn like 5 or 6 principles, I got you. If you want all 12, you go to that guy.
You guys
Cool,
are
cool.
awesome. Awesome.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. There's lots of ways to contact us. Tim and I are student success coaches here. Our job, I tell everyone, we're professional responders. So you contact us, we will respond. And lots of different ways to get a hold of us here. You can follow us, first of all, on all the platforms. Please do. That's how you get notifications when we post new things.
Yep.
You can call us or text us at 877-426-3628. You can email us at admissions@animationmentor.com. And then we check messages all over the place, LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, all those various places. And I got to put this ticker up. It's
there it is. It means a lot now. Here it comes.
Yeah.
Bam.
Tim is so cool.
So cool. Right. Pick one or it could be for both.
Cool. Well, thanks again, everyone. Thanks again, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be back next month for another live stream. And until then, keep animating.
Later.